Right next to him is number 57, The Thrill. Bill the Thrill Hines in the United Fiber and Data race. And we're about 1 minute to green flag here, so we are going to go a little bit earlier. Row number 2, starting on the inside, it's number 68 on Toyo Tires. That's Blade Hildebrand out of Yucca Valley, California, the Empire Destructive Heatwave King Shocks competitor. Right next to him, it's the number 55, the Cobra out of Mesa, Arizona. You see him painted up with motorsports superstar artist Bill Patterson dialed that truck in. He is in the number 55 on the inside, row number 3. Number 51, it's Ryan Beats out of El Cajon, California. Next to him, Robbie Gordon, the bright orange number 7, Speed Energy, Toyo Tires, KMC Wheels. And in the last row, it is Jeff Hoffman, the Hoff, the number 47, and the VP Racing Fuels and Lubricants, KMC Wheels, and Matt Brabham to the very outside in the last position. We are inside, 15 seconds left. Get ready to go green flag racing. This is race number 1, COTA, Circuit of the Americas here in Austin, Texas. Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks going green flag racing.
All right, giddy up. There they go.
And here we are off and running. Good start, good jump from a couple of guys. Few of them sleeping a little bit on the line here. As you see, the TV gives you no justice. The elevation changes here in COTA are unreal. Up and down and up and down. Hines to the outside. He loses a position immediately. Looking comfortable for Pecoy, new to the series, qualified fairly well for his first time out. Not the time he wanted, but he was in the mix. So you see Travis Pecoy in the number 60. He's out in front. Blade Hildebrand, the 68, out of Yucca Valley, California, the young man in P2 quickly making work around Bill Hines. Bill Hines in P3, United Fiber and Data. The Cobra, he's trying to strike the 55 to the inside, to the outside. Tries to give him the shake and bake, not able to make it happen, Les.
Fantastic run. Hey, and the flight pattern of these guys is amazing. There's nothing else you can call it. Look at there.
Look at that sideways right there for Pecoy. Blade Hildebrand, he's able to make it happen. Blade, a lot of seat time in these trucks over the last 2 years, several podiums and things. He wants to win. He needs an overall. Hines, he goes real wide. United Fiber and Data 57. The Hines 57 goes super wide right there. Right now, it looks good for Blade Hildebrand. He's got the speed. He's got the ability. He's got the talent to win here at COTA, and now he is out front. He's got Pecoy and Hines running block on him, but nope, Gavin Harlan, number 55, he pulls to the inside, makes a nice clean pass, swapped a little bit of paint. When I say paint, say legitimate paint on that truck. He's got an awesome paint job there on the side of that truck. Now, look at this, the number 7, and the bright orange truck right there, that is Robbie Gordon. He started towards the back of the pack. He's already made pretty quick work of several competitors. As smoke bellows off the tires of the number 68 right there, off those Toyo tires. So braking is very important here as you see these guys hucking them up on 3 wheels.
All righty, King Benito, Dave Foreman in that starter tower. Wake up, buddy. Here they come again. You said you ducked the first time they came your way.
I would duck too, man. And if this isn't what you've seen in the past, man, and you're not used to it, I duck as well. You see the VP Fuels truck right there going wide around that jump. Wasn't happy the way it was lined up to hit that jump. Pulled the smart move, man, and just went a little wide. That's Jeff Hoffman in number 47 out of Phoenix, Arizona. VP Racing Fuel and Lubricants. He and 2 other competitors over the next 3 rounds are going to be decided as who's going to be the Stadium Super Trucks ambassador for VP Race Fuels and Lubricants. A big partner here in Stadium Super Trucks, been on board for several years. That is VP Fuels and Lubricants. Very involved with Super Trucks and giving one of our 3 young drivers here an opportunity for a full sponsorship for 2019. Look at Blade Hildebrand looking smooth. I bet he's looking in the rearview mirror, though, Les. He's saying, there is my buddy Harlan. He knows Harlan's fast. He's got the speed and the ability, just like I do. But am I going to be fast enough to stay in front of him with a little bit of a lead? Going to be curious to see if Robbie Gordon is able to push Harlan up and along and catch up to our leader.
Absolutely. But, keep an eye on him right there. Those colors are running thanks to Bill Patterson getting in on the color, getting rid of that plain white wrapper there.
Yeah, making it look really cool for Patterson, getting that truck dialed in. It was a cool show to watch him do that right in front of him, the masses here in the Speed Energy Stadium Super Truck pits. But right now that paint is running as fast as it can to the front of the pack. A little bit of smoke off the Toyo tires for Robbie Gordon as well. Pecoy goes a little wide, hikes it up on 3. Looking good right now as they freight train over the KMC Wheels jump. Matty Brabham, where are you right now? There you are, the number 83, the Carlisle Tire driver, the Carlisle Products driver right there. He is our current champion. He was crowned the champion for 2018 not long ago in Mexico City at Race of Champions. he needs to make quick work and get at least up behind Robbie Gordon. Keep in mind, folks, this race is scheduled for 8 laps, but there will be a mandatory competition caution midway through this race. They're going to go 3.5 laps, 3 full laps. Then up to turn 6, there will be a full course caution out. That's when they'll bunch the pack back up and do a rolling single file restart, which will then race 4 laps all the way to the finish line. So if Brabham wants to be part of the program, he needs to catch up with these faster drivers up in front before that flag comes out.
Absolutely. The top 133 feet up. You notice the modified apex for this group gets them set up so they can settle out before that jump and take to the air.
That's a good point, Les. The reason why that's there is that Continental Tire jump is it's a massive downhill jump there. The ground just falls out from underneath these drivers as they hit that Continental Tire ramp. So they need to move the apex later into the turn so they can hit that nice and straight. And speaking of nice and straight, that's not what these guys are doing as they go through turns 3, 4, and 5. Tight through 6 right there. Hildebrand, Harlan, and Gordon standing on the loud pedal, getting through that section. Turn 6 is only about 18 feet wide, concrete on both sides of them. So they're going through there with an awful lot of speed, carrying a big head of steam in there and getting through very smoothly.
Fantastic pack forming going here. The first group of 3 are really looking good, but the second grouping, watch those guys. They almost seem as though they're working together to get caught back up.
And that's smart drive. That's what they need to do. They can't be holding each other up. Right now, we're looking at these guys. You see Brabham, Hoffman, other guys towards the back of the pack that have the ability, that have the talent to win this race, but they're watching the leaders kind of check out on them right now. So they're hoping to, hey, we got to get up, just make a couple more passes. We just got to be behind Robbie Gordon at this particular point. Not right on his tail, but behind him when that comp caution comes out so that they're in a position to strike for an overall right now. So these guys freight training through this section. Looks like Brabham in the car load number 83. Is he going to make a pass? He does make a pass on Hoffman. Look at Robbie Gordon. Super wide through that section. Carries his speed. Gets in front of Harlan. Is it going to work? Harlan goes to the inside. Almost 3 wide. Side by side for Harlan and Gordon as they go over that jump and wide open, touching 150 miles an hour down the straightaway of COTA as they go down the hill to the bottom and all the way back up 133 feet high. 3 wide going to turn 1. Late apex right here. Harlan gets out-braked right there. Oh, little bit of touch. That was just racing, nothing dirty there. Gordon spins around side by side for Harlan. And Hildebrand to the inside, holds the lead. What some wild racing here in the first half of this race, Les.
Oh, yeah. Get your breath, buddy. You're not nearly halfway yet.
All right, right there. Look to the inside. Harlan cuts the track a little bit. You got to keep 2 tires on the asphalt. That's all race control said. It's okay to get up on the curb a little bit there, so no cheating so far. Really fast through that tight section. There is Blade Hildebrand still looking good. And this is the mandatory competition caution. VP Fuels sends them flying into the comp caution. Harlan, front end low, rear end high. That means he just did not lift as he went off that jump, just wide open. So great run for all the competitors. Really, nobody really ran away with it less in that first part of the race here.
You
So
bet. Couple of trio
running.
packs there. They're staying tight. So this will be interesting what they come to do. Do you team up with your opponent here?
Well, you know, that's the thing. The thing here, though, at this track, the draft is really important in these trucks because they do, as I said 1,000 times, they punch a huge hole in the air. But it's only the front stretch, really, that it makes a big difference. There's a lot of fast sessions, but this is a real technical course, COTA is. I mean, there's guys, and I've said it before, there's guys that drive race cars, and there's race car drivers. You got to be a race car driver to set a good lap time at a place like COTA here. It's technical, man. So that being said, out in front right now, it looks like Gavin Harlan, I believe, is in the lead. And I'm listening to race control right now on my other ear, and it sounds like there is a possibility that the 55, which is Gavin Harlan, might be coming into pit lane. It's the only reason he'd be checking out like that right now. It looks like maybe he might be leaking something or a bit of a problem, but he's doing everything he can to get to pit row immediately, which is going to be a problem for him. He's already going to be coming out almost a lap down. So bad news for Harlan as he goes by the commentary booth there. Good news for Blade Hildebrand that he's in the lead. Bad news for Blade Hildebrand. Who we got behind him? We got the champ. yeah, good news he's in the lead. Bad news he's in the lead. I like where your head's at, Les.
There you go. Sean, I got to tell you, I said it earlier, this is quite the spectacle, and I never imagined seeing them on this part of the course. It was great seeing you guys here for X Games. A lot of exciting, a lot of airtime, but this is crazy. I love it.
Yeah, it is wild there. There's a getting ready to come around. So the pace of this restart will be set by Blade Hildebrand off the Toyo Tires jump, and that's what the pace is going to be. It's going to be wide open. So he doesn't check up. He doesn't pack up the pack. He was a gentleman about it. I can't say that I would have necessarily done the same if I was in his shoes.
We've never said that about you, Sean, so that's all right.
And so there's Blade Hildebrand. Good restart. And it looks like it's Brabham to the inside. To the outside of him, it is Jeff Hoffman. Hoffman struggled the first lap or two, but, man, he made quick work of the rest of the pack, got right up in the mix. There is Hoffman and Gordon side by side. Picoy had to go around the ramp right there. Didn't feel comfortable. They were told in the driver's meeting, man, listen, you can go side by side off the ramp, but if you're in a position to just hit it with just two wheels, we've seen it before. We've had several guys test it. It doesn't work. So err on the side of caution, err on the side of safety, and you can miss that ramp, but you cannot gain a position or any ground on any other competitors if you go around a ramp. You got to do it to be safe about what you're doing out there.
Good call.
So there we go, coming around. The green flag is out. VP Fuels launching them on the infield through the stadium section right there. It is Hildebrand, Brabham, Gordon, Hoffman, three of the fastest drivers we've ever had in Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks, and they are out in front. Surprising right now, it looks like maybe the Hoffman and the Gordon battle might be slowing the two of them down a little bit, so that way it's allowing Hildebrand and Brabham to kind of check out a little.
We shall see how long that lasts. That's not an effective way to win a race.
So there they
are.
are.
Stay up close.
Just finishing up through the stadium section there. The rest of them looking really tight, looking good. Let's go back just a minute. Just behind the screenshot right there, there's the Continental Tire driver right there of Ryan Beat. Beat, brand new to the series this weekend, and he has put in a heck of a performance. He actually found a couple of seconds, and I see that's huge when you find seconds in the qualifying from where he was yesterday in practice, and he's running well, not far off the pace with the pack. And then we got Picoy as well, who raced a truck years ago at the young ripe age of 13, struggled a bit, but now he's older, he's more mature, he's got more seat time, and he's doing quite well in that number 60 truck right there in the KMC wheels, number 60. So good stuff for all of them. It's still a fairly tight pack, except for Blade Hildebrand and Matt Brabham. They are in a game of their own right now, as it is Hildebrand to the inside, Brabham to the outside. The rest of them catch up to the pack. Robbie Gordon hikes it up on 3. Continental Tire sends them launching down the hill, Les.
That is so awesome looking. Who would have imagined you come around that? I was in one of the Audis yesterday. Come around that T1. You don't even see the apex, but these guys see a jump in front of them instead.
You imagine that. That's just absolutely crazy. As they get through the S-turns here, they were told, yeah, we know. You got plenty of ground clearance. You've got your suspension travel. The kink shocks can take any form of punishment, but you cannot cut straight through those S-turns. I think they've all been pretty cool about it. I think they've also all had a gentleman's agreement that we're going straight through that section.
Right.
As they've been doing it all weekend long. Robbie Gordon a little bit sideways right there. Gains a little ground. Gets hot on the tail of the 83 of the Carlisle driver of Matt Brabham. 2018 World Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks champion, as he lost the championship in 2017 by 1 point to Paul the Dude Morris, the V8 Supercar Superstar. Not able to be with us here this weekend for the opening round of 2019, but that allows some of these other guys a little bit of breathing room with one less guy that's up to speed. And there we go, coming to the KMC wheels ramp. Blade Hildebrand so far has led start to finish. Had a couple quick battles here, but was able to stay out in front throughout the whole section. Here's a fast section here, a little bit of hike up. You don't see the front wheel coming up quite as much around the right-handers as you do on the left-handers. Smoke off the Toyo tires for Blade Hildebrand right there. And then we got Robbie Gordon. He's been taking this line all day long. It seems to be fast for him. He's carrying his speed through there. The only thing is, it's hard to pass when you're out that wide. You might be carrying more speed, but you're taking a long way around. I'm not knocking the man. Obviously, the name speaks for itself. He knows what he's doing.
Absolutely.
But a different line than we've seen the rest of them here.
Checking out the side-by-side action on the front straight. I love seeing this come up. See who chickens out first, who lasts the longest into that narrow apex.
And look at Matt Brabham trying to use the draft to his favor there. Brabham all kinds of sideways. Maybe should have backpedaled and not hit that jump right there, but went for it anyways. He could have got around it and not lost that position. Now he just drops back from second back 2 positions. So now he is behind Gordon. He is behind Hoffman as well. Those two are not easy guys to pass. Matt Bradham's not going to be happy with that mistake. Hey, he didn't have a lot to do there. Blade Hildebrand, he did nothing wrong, but he ran him a little bit deep. Now Matt Bradham got frustrated. I believe he got into his own head. He knew that was a mistake that was made. Blade Hildebrand pushed him a little bit wide at the Continental Tires jump. Maybe he should have gone around it. He manned up, said, no, we're here to jump trucks, and that's what I'm going to do. Lost 2 positions, and now I think he may have gotten into his own head as he spun out right there and coming back for a win with only a lap or 2 left to go. It's just not going to happen. So
still great, though, the way they're handling matters. Look at these 3 up front. They are just really chasing each other down. Robbie, boss man, is right there, not cutting anybody any slack, keeping things rolling. This is great.
Yes, it is. Right now, Robbie Gordon heavy on Hildebrand. Robbie Gordon, a big Blade Hildebrand fan. He had trouble getting here. His mom drove all the way out here. Couldn't get the last seat on the flight. Blade got the last one. She drove 18 hours to be here. And so the Hildebrand family, big fan of Super Trucks, and Robbie Gordon, a fan of them as well. So that being said, I don't know how aggressive he's going to be when it comes to passing them. He'll bump them, he'll rub them, but he's not going to move them out of the way, I don't believe.
Yeah, he will. I've met Robbie enough. I know he's not going to let that go.
All right, so we're running down to the nitty-gritty. Not much time left in this race. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go. Blade Hildebrand, hang in there, little buddy. Look at the draft comes into play.
No,
Hoffman,
Robbie's not going to bump him. Looky there.
Robbie says, absolutely not. I see what you did, kid, and I don't like it. I'm not happy about that. Using me to make you go faster. Robbie Gordon says, absolutely not. I'm not allowing that to happen. But, hey, let's check this out. The Continental Tire driver, Ryan Beats. Look at him. He is racing for a podium position right now. First weekend out in a Speed Energy Stadium Super Truck. First race ever. And, Hoffman. 3-wheeling is not a good feeling for him. He now realizes what the problem is as his rear tire passes right in front of him. Pulls off to a safe area there. We'll have to see what happened. I don't know if there was a little bit of contact or what happened. But not good for Hoffman. He's not going to be happy with that. The VP Fuels and Lubricants entry running extremely well. VP gave him a great truck this weekend, and then a little bit of a mechanical issue right at the end on the last lap. So now it's down. Hildebrand and Gordon, the kid versus the old man. He's been learning a lot from Robbie Gordon. Robbie has taken him under his wing in the last year or so, bringing him to Dakar, other races, doing side-by-side stuff, down to the Baja 1000 as well. And the two of them have been working together quite diligently. And right now, it is the Master versus the Grasshopper. Who's who coming down to the last few final laps, Les.
There we go. Turn 18. Manage that little bump. That's right there. Into 19. Robbie's been going wide. Let's see if he takes it wide or he throws him by going inside.
And to see if Robbie is going to use the draft here. We're going around. We've got one more turn to go. Robbie goes to the outside. We've seen this happen before. Blade Hildebrand, are you looking in your mirror? You know where you need to be. Don't let them pull you. Don't let them juke you. Gordon goes wide. Toyo Tires sent him down to the finish line. Can Gordon get into the draft? Too far away to make it happen. Blade Hildebrand grabs the checkered flag for the first Speed Energy Stadium Super Truck race here at Circuit of the Americas.
Oh, yeah. What a way to go. What a way to go.
What a wild run right there. I tell you, Les, so many different things unfolded. We were there. Harlan, he had the speed. He was ready to rock and roll. Something mechanical happened to the truck. I don't think it was major because he was right back out onto the track again. And there's your winner, upside down. Should put a big sticker, nice hi, Mom, on the belly pan of that truck right there.
There you go.
You just because you beat Robbie Gordon and you're that cool doesn't mean you're cool enough just yet to be doing the two-wheel action. But I give him kudos for giving it a go right there. There's Matt Brabham. He's not happy with his performance as he waved.
There you go.
What a guy. He literally just waved to Blade Hildebrand as he two-wheeled by him. And so there's Blade Hildebrand, your winner, up on his side. So congratulations to Blade. I know he's not overly excited with himself right now, but he did just take the win of race number 1 here in COTA. So exciting stuff for him. There's Bill Hines, stops by to make sure he's all right. I had a feeling Bill was going to try to bump him with his front bumper and push him over, but I don't think that's the hot setup. So good stuff for him. So we got our
track ops out to the rescue. They'll get him checked out, stand him back up straight, and get things rolling again.
Well, I tell you what, Les, what I'm going to do, I'm going to head over to the podium. We're going to meet our top 3. You can take it from here.
Hey,
you know what you're doing. I think you're the Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks is in very worthy hands with you. You got a handle of things. Thank you so much for having us here to your house.
Absolutely.
Les, it's excited to be here. I'm going to head to the podium, and we got one more race coming tomorrow. So make sure you tune in, check it out. Follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. See where we're going, where we've been. And so exciting.